Pod Jerky, bringing you an audio experience the likes of which you've never heard before.
Pod Jerky.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Pod Jerky. I am your host, Direktor Awesome, and I am joined again by my lovely wife, Amy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
On today's episode, we're going to have a little bit of fun. I was looking up a couple of subjects to do for the podcast. Amy has no idea what she's in for right now.
It makes me nervous.
But this was something that is an article post by Vanity Fair from 2007. And it's called the Proust Questionnaire. And it's a parlor game popularized by Marcel Proust, the French essayist and novelist. And he believed that in answering these questions, an individual reveals his or her true nature.
My God. What have you done?
So we are going to go into
You've already
this,
married me.
And let's just see. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a fun game. It's just something that...
Okay, but if this turns out to make me look bad, you're not airing this episode.
We are so airing this episode, but this is... I mean, the
you're
questions
only
on
setting
here,
me up for success, right?
Listen. I went through the questions. I looked at them. I was like, you know what? These questions are pretty good. It's not very bad in answering these questions, but you know what?
Is there like a point system and you're going to like...
No point system.
Like Cosmo quiz, and it's going to tell me...
No, you just answer these questions. That's it. So...
And then what?
There are 35 questions.
No, but then what? What happens at the end of the 35
you
questions?
Just find out information about people. That's it. That's just the point of the
question. I
questionnaire.
don't get like a profile?
No. So
this is not what I thought it was.
Okay, so let's get into the questions. Let's see how you do with these, and we'll see what happens. So the first question that we have here is, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Oh, it's not even a multiple choice. Like I have to actually come up with something.
You got to come up with something.
Damn, I wish it was multiple choice.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've told you this already.
Well, you have to answer the question so the people can hear it.
Thanks. I don't know if there is such a thing, but in my blue sky world, we would have our dream home on a nice big property and we would have a dog rescue.
See, that's not hard. Question's not hard.
Yeah.
That's just question number one.
I feel like I should be more selfless, but that's what I just want to be surrounded by animals, and you can be there too.
Peace in the world.
A suit of armor around the world.
Question number 2. What is your greatest fear?
Oh, it's gonna seem silly, I guess. Well, I have an irrational fear and then I have an actual fear. So my irrational fear is bridges. I don't know why. And it's only bridges over water.
And it's the height.
It's the fear of one, being stuck, and 2, like if there was an accident and we like plunged into the water and then getting trapped and dying in the car. But that would also lead me to my other fear, which would be drowning.
I'd punch us out of the windows. Don't worry. I would get us out.
Your little window plunger thingy is like rusty, and I don't even think we know where that is anymore.
Yeah, but you find stuff. You have to be a survivalist. You have to find stuff that would be able to break a key or whatever. That's right. Question number 3.
What is? Get any commentary back?
I will. We're only on question 2. We're only moving on to question 3.
Okay, go.
What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Deplore? Well, that's a terrible word. Oh my God. These are so hard. I feel like I should have been given some like homework.
Well, you can't, because then you already know what the question is, and that's not the point. The point is to be able to answer them
Fair.
on the fly.
Oh, probably that I care what people think about me.
No, come on. Who cares what people
Why?
think
Which
about you?
one?
Who cares
Well,
what
that's
people think about you?
yours. I know you don't care, but I
Okay,
care.
I'm gonna change the game up a little bit here. I'm gonna give you the option to pass, but you only get 3 passes on these questions. So use them wisely. You get 3 passes. So use them wisely. So if you don't want to answer the question, say pass.
I
Move
feel like
on to
this
the
is
next
fair
one.
that I'm the only one answering.
Well, I'm the host.
Damn
So
you.
yeah.
Damn you, pod jerky.
Okay. Which living person do you admire the most?
Oh my goodness. Are you expecting me to say you? For those that can't see him and are just listening, he's got his hands up like, why aren't you
Yes.
choosing me? This seems really easy. Oh my gosh. I don't know that I view just a single person. I think there's lots of people I admire for all different kinds of reasons.
Chris Evans?
No, I mean, like, sure, I have a crush on him because he's hot and he's Captain America, but like, well, he's doing some pretty good stuff with politics in the US. Not that I understand any of it. I don't know. I don't think I have a single person. I think I look up to different people for different reasons.
Okay, fair enough. What is your greatest extravagance?
Ooh. I don't know that. I mean, let's face it, I love to shop. So, like, I can spend money like the best of them. But I still feel like I'm still
No comment.
thrifty.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. I would say current state, it's probably hair product, which is sad. That's sad. I would love to say luxury vacation, but that ain't happening. So,
Just to inform the fans out there, is you decided
not fair. You were with me.
Hold on. You decided to give me an option of we get a hot tub and put it in the backyard, and we skip having a vacation this year because the hot tub will be our vacation. Yeah. Or we skip the hot tub and we can go on vacation.
But we can't go on vacation. It's COVID.
But we weren't sure if things were going to open up by vacation, summertime to go on vacation.
Yeah.
And we decided on getting a hot tub. Yeah. But now you want to get a vacation as well. Yeah. And you say you just lied. So that's the story, people out there, that we got a hot tub and a vacation she wants. So that's the story there.
There is a reason I want a vacation, and it's got nothing to do with money.
And it's got to do with the next question. What is your current state of mind?
Oh my God, I'm going crazy. Honestly, I do not my current situation of being at home all the time. I am not meant to be here this much. I miss people. I am in no way, shape, or form an introvert, and I miss people.
I can do without people sometimes.
Well, it's funny because you and I are in the opposite situation, right? Where not that you want to work from home, but like you don't care if you go into work.
Right. I enjoy going into work. Just sometimes there's people you don't want to see, and there's people you do want to see, and it's like it's in any job or anywhere you go. But I
think you and I are in opposite situations, wanting the other person's situation, other than you don't actually like working from home, but because your job, it's not. Yeah, your job is harder to do from home.
I don't like doing it from home, but if I'm home, like I'm off in the summers, I'm off March break, Christmas break.
Yeah, you love it.
All that. I love it. I love it just because I can find things to do. I'll find stuff to do.
But here's the thing: I can find a lot of things to do around here. And the thing that I should be doing, I don't want to be doing because I don't want to be doing it from home. And so I feel like the last 2 years have tried my patience, and God knows I probably have not been the easiest person to live with sometimes. I don't love working from home.
Fair. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
All right. So
which part? The one that I'm not your favorite person over the last 2 years.
All of the above? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's not multiple choice.
No. Next question is, on what occasion do you lie?
Ooh, I think it's to try to not hurt somebody's feelings.
You don't want to offend people?
No.
I'm an equal opportunity offender.
I know you are.
I get to offend everybody. I don't care. But I'm usually nice. I mean, I'm nice to people. It's just if the situation calls for it, then some people need to be called out. And I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter, you know.
Well, this is where you and I are opposites.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I would lie. No, not that lying is good, but I would lie to protect someone's feelings. Depending on the situation.
Right. Okay. Which living person do you most despise?
Well, that's such a strong word.
Dislike?
Maybe, I don't know, politicians?
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, it takes a lot to make me mad.
Does it?
You're an exception to the rule there. You frustrate me. You don't make me mad. Well, sometimes you do, but you frustrate me more than anything.
I know. That's why I do it.
I'm aware. I see what you do with your mother. I'm aware.
Yes.
To be honest with you, that's a tough one. I would say politicians in the current state of the world.
All right. What is the quality you most like in a man?
Sense of humor.
I am funny. I am funny.
Yes.
You know, people across there right now can tell by my monotone voice, you know, that I'm very, very funny. People get a kick out of me. No, I have a side of sarcasm. Some people get, some people don't.
Yours is definitely a sarcasm.
Yeah. I'm not a comedian. I'm not, you know, but I try to make you laugh.
You're like, you have, like, I can tell when you have like a genuine giggle, and it is like the most endearing sound to me.
Well, that's when I talk to my boy, Mike, right?
That's just the whole that only his wife and I can explain. You two just change when you're around each other. Like your voice, your pitch, your tone, like it all changes. It's like they have a secret language, those two. No, but
that's my boy, right? We're just, we have a good time when we chat with each other.
The most ridiculous thing funny on TV. You have this just innocent, genuine giggle that it makes me smile. I will say you have a good giggle.
I have a good everything.
Oh Lord.
See?
And then you gotta go over the moment.
There's the sarcasm. There's the sarcasm and the
this is why
funny
he frustrates me.
Yes. All right. What is the quality you most like in a woman?
Oh. Well, so that's an interesting piece, right? Because to me, men, it's about an attractive quality, but for women, I'm not attracted to women the same way. So I feel like it's different, but yet I feel like I'm caught in a trap in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I feel like a good sense of humor would stay the same, but I think for me, because I view there's like a friendship with women that's different for me, it would be like trustworthy.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
I know your favorite one. Right. What? With a question mark.
No, that's not that you can't. No, you can't say that.
Why?
I know, right?
It drives you crazy.
Right? It does drive me crazy.
You know, it's funny. anyone who works with me would probably be able to rhyme off a list of them. And I actually think there's parody videos about them on the internet, but like there are words or phrases in meetings that we all have a tendency to overuse because of the type of work that we're in. So it's like, take it offline, or, oh gosh, like there's a bunch of them. I would probably say it's more so for work than it is for personal, at least that I can recall off the top of my head. It's the stupid things we say at work to end conversations or to stop uncomfortable conversations in a meeting.
All right. And we are.
Do I have any that you notice?
No, not really. Not that
Other than I know, right?
I know, right? But not that I'm like, it's not like a paying attention thing. It doesn't register in my head that it's just a repetitive statement, right? When
I was a kid, my dad pointed out that I said like all the time.
You do use that word a lot, yes. But
not as bad. When I was a kid, I sounded like a valley girl. Sometimes it's hard not to use like. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we are almost halfway through this questionnaire.
Yep.
So the questions haven't been that difficult yet.
Are you saying they're going to get harder?
No, there's a couple of questions that you had a little bit of trouble with, but I mean, other than that, they've been pretty straightforward, pretty good.
I don't know what this is supposed to tell people about me.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
I feel like I should be taking a Cosmo quiz, and I fit into a bucket if I score between 15 and 30 points.
What or who is the greatest love of your life?
I think I married him.
That's right. That better be the only answer you have.
I mean, everybody has a first love.
Yes.
That you don't forget. But you were my last love.
Only. Last and final.
That's
and
unfair.
Only.
Can't say only.
No, I guess you can't. No. Current and last.
Fair.
Yes. There you go.
I love you most. I married you.
That's where I was going with, not the only. Current. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
When and where were you happiest?
Ooh.
Was it February 3 years ago?
No. Definitely not. That was probably my most scared, if that's a question.
It might be. I don't know. I don't remember.
Wow. That's the toughest. Most recent memories would probably be when we went to St. Lucia. That was just such a great vacation.
It was. We met some nice people over there.
Yeah, we had like a really good time.
Until the last day. Actually, the first 2 days. The first and second day and the last day. Those weren't great, but the rest of it was fantastic.
It's not that they were bad. So the last
it was great for you.
It was great for
you. It was great for you. The first 2 days. It was not so great for me. I overdid it a little bit. You
being sick in the bedroom on our very expensive vacation makes it good for me.
Well, I
had to hang out by myself.
You went to the beach. Did you not hang out with our friends down there?
I did. Yeah, and I went to lunch with them. I still had a vacation. I refused to hang out in the room with you.
Yes, I overdid it a little bit on our first night. Second night, it was a good time. A little bit sick and had to stay in the room, and then I had to drink frozen drinks all week just because my throat was so raw. So. It was fun. It was a good time. Yeah. Which talent would you most like to have?
Ooh, singing.
All right.
I can't sing a tune. I can't carry a tune to save my life. I can fake it till I make it, but it doesn't sound pretty.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I think the only thing that I would actually change is the fact that I have psoriasis.
But you've taken care of that with meds. But
it would be nice not to have to be on medication.
Of course.
But
yeah,
that would be it.
What would you consider your greatest achievement?
I don't know if I've had it yet.
Wow.
Oh, come on. They can't all be about you.
Everything is about me. Come on.
Lord. I don't know that I've had it yet.
All right.
I mean, there's great things I've done in my life, but I don't know if I've had my greatest.
Well,
I've got a lot of life left to live.
But it would be greatest up to this point.
Oh. No, I'm sticking with my answer.
All right. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be?
A dog.
You come back as a dog.
Well-loved dog.
It has to be well loved because there are dogs that are mistreated out there. You don't want to be one of those dogs. You feel bad for them. You want to take them in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It'd be a short, very sweet, loving life.
Where would you most like to live?
Ooh. Can I have multiple places?
I guess so.
I would like to live in a tiny little coastal town somewhere where it's like beautiful weather all year round. And as long as I could have, I could make it all in one. I don't know if it exists. And then we could have our little farm with our rescue dogs.
I want to live on a land with no neighbors, nothing around us.
On a coastal town where we've got water and a beach and a boat. And
with an underground bunker that has everything in it. That has I'll even build a shopping mall for you down there, just so you can shop.
No, I don't want to have to deal with the supply chain and all that crap.
No, it'll be all in there already, so that if the end of the world hits, we're down there, we're good. You still have your muse of going shopping and spending money, and we'll have a theater down there.
Watch that stupid movie with Brendan Fraser and Alicia Silverstone recently, where they did this?
No, wasn't that? What was the one where they? The one where they go underground and there was really nothing that happened. And
yeah, that's with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called now.
We'll have to look it up later.
All right. What is your most treasured possession?
The dogs.
The dogs.
They all just can't be you, honey. You're obviously like number one on the list.
But I'm not a possession.
That's true too. Yeah, then the ducks.
Okay. What do you regard as the lowest depth of misery?
Oh my. What? That's a dark question.
You have 3 passes. Don't forget.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's pass.
All right.
What question are we on?
24.
Oh, I still have. Okay. Yeah, pass.
What is your favorite occupation?
That I've had, or just in general?
It just says, what is your favorite occupation?
Ooh. A dancer. Not a trashy one. Sorry, that really came across.
Trashy dancers, not trashy dancers.
I'm so sorry. They probably make more money than I do. That came across really, really wrong. I do not want to be a professional dancer.
Ballet.
The not taking your clothes off genre.
All right.
So random.
What is your most marked characteristic?
I don't understand the question.
I don't really either, but that's the question.
That's because I don't know.
So don't forget, you only got 1 pass left.
Marked characteristic. I don't understand what that means. Okay, go.
What do you most value in your friends?
Probably that they're always there when you need them. Regardless of the situation.
We do have a group of good friends.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about our friends.
No, when we need people, they're there.
Yeah.
And vice versa, right? We would be there for them as well.
Absolutely. Who are your favorite writers?
Yeah. So I love to read. I cannot say that I have a favorite author because I don't actually choose books based on the author. So that's an interesting one. I choose it based on the genre or the story. So I got nothing on that one.
All right. And who is your hero of fiction?
Well, obviously Captain America. Because you've turned me into a Marvel junkie. And that's
good movies. They're good movies.
It's lame, I know. But I don't know that it's the first person that pops into my head. I'm sure there's some woman I'm supposed to pick or all that crap, but forget it. He's it.
Which historical figure do you most identify with?
Historical figure? I didn't pay attention in history. Historical figure identify with? No, I got nothing.
Are we passing?
I feel like that's a silly one to pass on, but I don't really.
I think you could pass on this one because I think the rest of them are pretty easy, straightforward.
It's a weird question.
Well, you can look at historical figures, anybody in history. You can look at, Marie Antoinette, or you can look at, the Queen, or you can look at anybody throughout history. Who do you identify with most?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
No, I'm an individual.
All right. Who are your heroes in real life?
Heroes in real life. It sounds really terrible. I don't know that I have one. I mean, there are people I admire and people that I look up to. I don't know that I've really identified someone as a hero in my life. I mean, obviously, I treasure my mom and dad and the lessons they've taught me and the relationships that I've built. And I feel like that should be the answer. But I don't know that I have like a hero. It's such a strong word.
It is, yes.
All
right, then let's move to the next one. What are your favorite names?
Names. Listen, this has been probably the most. It's such an interesting question because as you and I were trying to think of names for our dogs, was the most challenging conversation I think we have ever had.
But dogs are different, right? Dogs are different when
but I think about
names.
like wanting to choose to name our children,
right?
Which theoretical children, because we didn't end up having any. When we were even trying to think about that, I think I changed my mind like a million times. I don't know. Yeah.
So throw out a couple of names that you
like. I really liked McKenna if we were going to have a girl, or Avery for a very long time. I don't think you and I ever agreed on the boy's name. You had it set in stone, so I didn't really stand a chance. So I at least created a nickname out of it.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
That's a strangely personal question. That's
that's the whole point of the questionnaire. It's personal.
Yeah, I get it, but no, I don't have a favorite.
What is it in the world that you most dislike?
Honestly, and it feels more prevalent than ever lately, is just there's such a divide. Like it's one side or the other, and there's no middle ground anymore. And I think that is what infuriates me the most lately, is just like gone are the days of being able to have an opinion. Everything lately just feels like you're either right or you're wrong, depending on the person that you're talking to. And that's tough. Like, I feel like the concept of a healthy debate is gone.
Because you're not allowed to have an opinion, because your opinion always triggers somebody.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. There's so much divide in the world. And whether it's current situations or if you think about, countries on the other side of the world that are still at war, it's just, I thought humanity would be better by this point in time.
The whole trucker convoy, freedom convoy,
we're not even
nonsense.
Talking about that. Like,
we're not. No. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is that's where divide is happening. There,
it's happening everywhere. It's
vaccinations, happening with COVID,
no vaccinations.
Right.
It's religion. It's race. It's just
gender and all, like equality and this and like everything. Yeah.
Poverty and wealth. Like it's everywhere. And maybe I'm naive for thinking it, but I thought we would be better as a race by now, after all the history and all the learning and all the things that humanity has overcome, to think that we still struggle with some of this stuff. I just thought the world would be in a better place.
And I often say it, and it's probably on my white privilege side of saying things, but when I hear people talk about racism and I hear people talk about it, I just sit there and I say to myself, we're in the year 2022.
Yeah.
Why is this still an issue? I don't look at it as a black person, a white person, Chinese. We're all human beings, plain and simple. We're human beings. It doesn't matter your race, color, creed, sexual orientation, whatever it is. You are a human being, plain and simple. We should not be going through this argument. We should not be going through this fight anymore. We should be, like you said, better as human beings.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that we are still going through stuff like this.
Yeah. I just really thought we were going to be in a better place by now.
Yeah. All right. We have 2 questions left. And the second to last.
That's pretty heavy to end on. Okay, go.
What is your greatest regret?
No such thing.
No regrets.
No regrets. Learning.
We have this saying, my friends and I, it all started with one of our friends. He always had on his car. It's NROLE. It's enroll. It's always no regrets, only learning experiences. So we don't regret anything that we've ever done. We've learned from it. We've made mistakes. We've learned from it.
Yeah.
That's basically all it is. So
Absolutely.
we don't really have a regret.
No regret.
The last question's a little bit of a heavy question, but I think you can handle it just fine.
Why? Because I admitted I'm unstable working from home.
How would you like to die?
Oh, peacefully, honestly, in my sleep. I don't want to suffer. I don't want the people around me to suffer.
And that's it, right? And that's it. So basically, this question
death is always harder on the living.
Yeah. This questionnaire. I mean, we just actually went through that, I guess, not too long ago in June of 2021 with my grandmother. She passed away in June, and my grandmother and I were pretty close. I talked to her all the time, visited her at the nursing home. They had to be put into a nursing home.
Sweetest person.
And, we saw the deterioration through COVID. And she had Parkinson's, but we saw the deterioration because, visitors weren't allowed.
See? Do you see why I'm going crazy?
Yep. And you saw the decline, and then eventually, she passed. We were prepared for it. We knew it was coming, which made it a little bit easier, but still very, very hard.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when we saw my grandmother after she had passed, it didn't even look like my grandmother.
No, not at all.
I didn't even recognize her. So it was pretty sad to see that. I'm glad she didn't suffer anymore, because I know in the last few months she couldn't talk at all. She couldn't. She wasn't eating. She wasn't talking. She wasn't. I'm glad that I got to see her. 2 days before? Yeah, and I had a moment by myself with her in the room, where I just got to say goodbye and thank you for everything that she's done for us throughout our lives. And it was just I'm happy that I got to do that before she passed. So yes, it is hard on the living. We don't know the pain that they're going through as the dying.
Well, our dogs always stare at this one spot in the living room that Tom and I are convinced that there are spirits that sit there and watch over us. So my guess is it's all the grandmas in our life.
Could be, or it could be just our house is haunted. Who knows?
That too.
Yeah.
I choose to pick the nice part because nothing bad's ever happened in the house. So
no,
I'm going to say it's nice spirits that are looking over us.
Not that nothing bad has happened in the house. Maybe they're the ones that screwed up with our furnace and our air conditioning and screwed us all over in that one summer. But who knows? Yeah, but they actually do just stare up into the corner, and it's really weird.
Both of them. It's not and even Sadie before she passed would do it too. So something is in that corner of the house that
they're staring at.
Yeah.
We even cleared it to make sure there was not a cobweb up there that was flicking around or whatever it was. But yeah, it was
randomly they just stare in the corner.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like we should borrow someone's cat, because apparently cats have that ability, and we'll just see if they have a reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the purpose of this questionnaire was just to get to know Mrs. Awesome a little bit more. For myself, people generally know who I am. I am the host of the show. I've done 125 episodes now. So, I mean, people know who I am. People have dug into my past. We've given a lot of information out on our lives. But this was just to get to know Mrs. Awesome a little bit more on a personal level. We hope you enjoyed this episode. I
really
told
personal, just for the record.
I told you that it wasn't going to be that difficult. The questions were
serious.
The questions were, it was something that I had looked up online to see an idea of what we could do. This Parlor game came up. It said this is a good opportunity to ask questions about.
Should we do a compatibility test?
that could be another.
That could be dangerous.
That could be another episode. We can do that one. Yes, definitely. But again, this was just a Parlor game that was out there online and said it was cool to ask questions.
I thought you were gonna, because of your background for your video, I thought it was gonna be. Remember that one that Sheldon and Penny did, where they did, it was like 100 questions that they had to ask each other to rate their compatibility, and it was supposed to like confirm or deny whether or not they really loved each other.
Right. So we can do that episode on another episode as well. I chose this just because of the kind of questionnaire. Kind of followed that.
So anyway, I actually thought that that's what you were going to end up giving me, was that quiz.
No. So we'll do that one on another episode. Okay. This one was just a different episode, just to get to know Mrs. Awesome a little bit. Do you have any final things that you'd like to say?
Well, welcome into my life, people.
And Amy was a good sport about this. So, I mean, it wasn't a very difficult topic. It was just, kind of a couple of personal questions, but she got through them and she was allowed to pass on a couple of them. So we were, no worse for wear coming out of it. And we hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, you can find Pod Jerky on Instagram and Twitter at Pod Jerky. You can find us on Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Pod Jerky. And you can find us on our bite size. That's bytesize.me/Pod Jerky. As always, stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you later.